y'all, I had somebody ask me about connection clasps and how they work, and so I was just going to show y'all how we can connect them. These are the connection clasps that I have right now. These two I've made. Let's see. These two I've made, and then these I purchased from one of my suppliers. This is my large circle connection clasp, and it has a hinged clasp on it. Where's the little hinge? There's the little hinge.
Yes.
And so you just hold on, gotta get in my hand better. So you just push it down like that, and you'll just put your piece of jewelry into it. Here you go, you can hold it. Hold it right here. There you go. So you would just take your piece of jewelry and push down on that little connection clasp, and it would just pop right into it. No, it is not. Please hold it right here. And then you could add on whatever other little jewel you wanted to add to it. And let me see. Here we go. And so basically, it would then hang something similar to this when it's on a necklace. The smaller circle is going to do the same thing. You can kind of see the size difference there. Okay, you don't need to nod with agreement because then it shakes the whole phone, okay? And then we have this guy. This is a heart. Here's the smaller circle. If you can see the heart, let me go ahead and bring it over here so I can look a little better. The circle is quite a bit thicker than the heart. And then my smallest connection clasp is this little guy, and this is a little bitty S-hook. And it works really well. I just recommend checking it at least once a day and making sure that it is pinched tight. I will show you how I would use it right here, right there. Okay. Now I gotta get this one off first, and that is what I'm doing right now. So you're just gonna push it down. Oops. Push it down and then feed your jewels back through. And then, yes, ma'am. And then you're going to take this and pull it out. Okay. So hold it still, please. Pull it out so you have a little bit of room there, and then put your jewel onto that. See, right inside there, and then you're just gonna pinch it. I don't know if you can see this very well, but you'll just pinch it around your jewel. And then you'll do the same thing with the other side. Open it up, and then I'm gonna take my smallest circle down here and pinch it tight. So now you could hang your little necklace up. Let's see, gotta see how to turn, and then it would dangle off the end like so. I do recommend checking this clasp at least once a day, making sure it has not pulled too much to where it does not start coming open. Okay, you need to stand still while you do this, please. Anyway, I have worn this, and on the 4th day it finally came open without pinching it back closed, but I wanted to see how long it would go, and that was with my little guy yanking on it all the time. But anyway, so it will go for a while, but I don't recommend not checking it. I also don't recommend putting it on the back of your chain, like to hang something off the nape area or something. I do not recommend using this for that, because it's just more likely that you could forget that it's back there, forget to check it, and it get pulled and you lose some jewels and never know it. Anyway, then I'm going to show you these guys, and I made both of these, and I can make other styles too. If I knew how to put a picture on here, I would. Oh, I could always bring it up on my computer and then show you the picture of the others that I made. I shipped them out, so I don't have them here right now. I have to think about what my group's called. No, it's not there. Hold on, give me a second. I'm thinking where I have them. Right here. I remember. Anyway, I have these clasps that I can make in different shapes. So I could do circles, squares. I've done infinity. Let's see, here they are. So this is the infinity like that. It's a little bitty infinity and a little heart. It's even more basic than what I call my basic. So this is what I call my basic right here. And it's more looping basic. And this one is just pretty plain and simple. This chain right here was an Arginium chain. So it's 2.1 millimeters thick. So it's really thin. Smaller than my lightweight chain by quite a bit. My lightweight chain is 3.2 and this is 2.1 millimeters. So maybe that'll give you an idea as to how small these guys are. I also have it with the little bear I made for the lady. So this is the infinity doing its job over here and a heart doing its job over there. But they're decently small. It's smaller than this basic connection clasp. So it would be, I don't know, it'd be smaller than those, both of those. Anyway, I can make them any size, but I can make different shapes. I can make a circle, a square, triangle, whatever in those really. Just tell me what shape you're looking for. But I'm just going to show you the basic idea of how to use them right now. Here you go. Hold it, stand still. Don't move around. Okay. There we go. Grab it right there. Okay. Bring it down a little bit so I can have more room to work. Thank you. So I'm going to use my new changeables chain. And so you're just going to take it, and at the top, it is not fused or anything together, so you can bend it if you want to. Stay still. And I will just squish my jewel right into the top and then just squish it on down and through. And what I like about this style with the little swirls at the top is you can actually like kind of almost lock your jewel into that. So it's not coming out. The other one is not coming out either, but it doesn't have these cool little swirls to kind of hook your jewel into that. And then let me undo this one. And to undo this one, you just do what you did to begin. You just pull down on the little S and it'll open it up and you can take it out. And anyway, for gotta hold it still. For this one, you're going to do the same thing. You're just going to push it down and pop it in there. And it is a tight little connection. And as you can tell, it's come back together pretty well right there. So it is a nice tight connection, but it is movable and bendable enough that you can bring it out if you want to or push it in or whatever. It's very sturdy and it's hard to do those movements. It's hard to move it around, but it can be done if you want to. But anyway, so then it would look kind of like this hanging off of there. And this style would be done the exact same way. The infinity is a little bit different in that you can use both sides of the infinity. So you would just basically push it in or thread it in like you did this. And then you just kind of try to think how to explain it. Bend the infinity. You could kind of, let me see if I can show you with this guy. Here, hold it one more time. Hold it right there. And you would just kind of bend it like this. So you pull it out away from itself, and then you'd, as you did that, you would slide the jewel. You would slide the jewel down into it. And I can't show that well because I kind of cover it up as I do it. But anyway, then you could get your jewel, your chain or whatever to the other side of the infinity. And so you could use both sides of the infinity to hook jewels onto either side. And it just looks like it's an infinity worked into your piece. Or it's a seamless transition from your chain to your jewels or whatever. The case may be. And the one thing I enjoy about these these connection jewels is that they can actually look like they go with your piece. So once this one was all done, textured and everything, which it is not, it would just look like a little charm hanging off of your jewels, and you wouldn't necessarily be able to tell it's a connection clasp. Anyway, so I can make the connection clasp, the ones that I make, like this one right here. I can make it in different sizes. I can make it bigger than this or smaller. And then same with this one, or circle or infinity, whatever. You just tell me what size you're wanting and I can do that. If you're wanting really small, it's not going to be out of 14 gauge. It's probably going to be out of 16 gauge. I don't really want to go any smaller than a 16 gauge wire. These right here are made out of 14 gauge. And I'm going to see if I can put them next to my smallest circle here, so you can see the diameter difference in them. Okay, there we go. Ooh, it's twisty. Hold on, give me a second. I'm working on it. So, 14 gauge connection clasp on right next to my thumb, touching my thumb, and then the small round circle touching my other two fingers. So you can see the difference there. And then I'm going to use my little connection, my heart connection clasp, and put it next to my looping connection clasp. So the heart connection clasp is touching my thumb, and the looping connection clasp is touching my finger right here. And so you can see that it's about the same thickness, and that's 14 gauge. And then I can do them in 16 gauge if you want a smaller one. And like the heart and the infinity you saw on the computer were in 16 gauge because it matched better with her piece and with the chain that she had. She had such a thin chain. I did not want to do 14 gauge because then it would look pretty strange. It'd just be so thick compared to that chain. Anyway, and I have faith in the 16 gauge that it's going to hold up and do its job also. Anyway, so I hope that was helpful and y'all were able to kind of figure out how they work. Whenever I make another infinity or a different shape, I will show that shape also. But really, I can turn pretty much anything into a connection clasp at this point. For a long time, I didn't know how or wasn't comfortable with that. But as I've been playing around with it and learning more how the metal works and what will make the metal give and what won't, I am now comfortable with doing more shapes and more just changing it up and doing it a little bit different for the connection clasp. But anyway, so just if you want something different, let me know. It changes the cost slightly depending on what shape you want, because it depends on how much wire it takes is one, and then it depends on how much time it takes. So circle, square, a basic heart, those are all going to be pretty much the same. The infinity and a looping heart are going to be a little bit more because it's going to use more wire, and it's going to take a little bit more time to get the all the little curves in there. And the infinity takes a little bit of time to get it to match up right and look like an infinity and not just two random weird circles together. But that would also be cool because you can make it look like little bubbles. Anyway, and then if you wanted some other kind of shape like a paisley or something different like that, we could make that happen too. Anyway, so I hope that's helpful, and follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Cherished and Loved Jewels, and I'm on Twitter, and then obviously this, and Twitter is Cherished A Loved, and anyway, so I hope that helped some at least. Anyway, I've said that so many times now, that's insane. I'm going to go back and work on making more jewels. I have been making chains all day yesterday and this morning, and I'm fixing to go back and work on some more jewels. I have a few that are really cool in the works. I'm working with some precious metal clay, and it has been very humid here and it's taking it forever to dry. So I'm hoping, I'm going to go try it out again in a minute, and I'm hoping it's going to be to the point where I can finally layer the pieces, and then I'll have to let that dry again, and then I can finally fire them. And when I fire them, that basically uses my torch, and it gets rid of all the clay, and then it's just the precious metal when it's all said and done. And it's going to look really cool. It's just taking forever for it to dry. So anyway, I'm hoping I can get to that today. If not, hopefully tomorrow. But so I have all those things going right now, and I can't wait to start showing y'all some pictures. And I think I'm going to probably Periscope when I get done with, I have 2 mini sea turtles and a seahorse going, and I'm almost done with them. Just have to let them go through the tumbler again, and then I'm gonna probably Periscope to show those off because they are adorable and they're so tiny. Like, it's tiny for a seahorse. I think it's tiny for a seahorse. Anyway, so I will show those when I get them done. And thank you for watching, and I will see y'all hopefully later today with something cool. Might be tomorrow though. Bye.